I'd make a brief video. This is the second version of this. The first version was using the original motor that came with it, which drives the gears over in here. Basically, there's the motor, the idler, and the gear. So you've got sort of motor, there's an idler and gear, but that was still not slow enough for me. So this is the second iteration of it. And I'm just showing you the key part here. The key part is to really gut this out. So, what I've done is I basically created a flat chassis here. I've pretty much removed everything in here. I've cut a big hole here so the gear is accessible and the motor will be sitting up there. The servo will be here connected via a pin to the steering gear here, and I've actually cut this off here. I modified this a lot, but yeah, I just wanted to make sure you actually can see the fact that I basically got nothing but a flat chassis here with the steering gear that can move, and then the drive over here. So this is the basis for the second version. And what I'm going to do is be putting a worm gear over here, whereas I'm going to be putting a worm gear because I really want it to go slow. I don't want it to go fast. So if you look at the radio gear I'm going to be using, zoom out a bit. So I've got the same receiver, the battery, but I've got a little geared motor. I think this is like, I need to see how many revs per minute, I forgot. But this motor is going to be sitting here, and that's basically going to be the geared drive motor for it. And then of course the steering servo will sit here and the radio on top. So that's the version 2. Okay, this is a continuation. I've just did a temporary assembly, putting it all together, just to give you an idea of scale of the remote control. This is really how big it is. Quite small. These are Matchbox cars in the back, so this is the body I'd like to put it on. It's a little Austin. So basically the motor I'm using is a geared motor down there with the worm. It's geared motor and it's got a little worm gear driving the shaft, and the servos there from the earlier version 1. So it's not too big. It's about this big. So I'll try and see. So anyway, let's see what it is. Look at the steering. It is fully proportionate, digital proportionate, complete with a servo. That's a 1.7 gram servo. The motor is pretty well. I think the battery is dying a bit because it doesn't. But to give you an idea, yeah, it does move. But I have to video and do this on one hand. But I really wanted one of these to actually go slowly. That was the whole purpose of it, to just play with it on a table and not have it run off the end. So yeah, it's now fully digital. It's fully digitally proportionate, which is what I want. It's got a lot of torque, being a geared motor. It's slipping a lot because these are sort of not really rubbery wheels. So. Yeah, I'm not very good at using the remote with my left hand. But it does go slow. It's a bit jerky. I think that may be the controller that's doing it. That's what I wanted. I wanted one to go slow. So yeah, I've got different ratio gearboxes there, so I can pretty easily pull that out and put in a much higher ratio to go faster, or a lower ratio. I'm just playing around to see which ratios give me a nice slow speed, but that's also suitable for tabletop play. This battery is quite old now, so I think it's running out of power a bit. So we'll see when I give it a bit more power to figure out how to charge it next with the charger. But yeah, goal achieved. Very, very, very slow little. I think it's a little bit smaller than one. I think it's 1/76th scale. That's the sort of number we're looking at there. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Yeah, certainly if you want to go slow with these, get one of those little geared motors and stick a worm gear on it. It is so nice to not have that bang bang stupid steering and flat out throttle. Okay, thanks for watching. That's about it. Yes, it is quite tiny. Let me show you how tiny it really is. It's not 1/50th, 1/150th like some of the super small ones. This is about 1/76th, which is good for most Matchbox cars. And this is pretty much built with off-the-shelf components. I just bought the cars and then cut out the bits I didn't want and stuck in the bits I wanted. So there's not a lot of fabrication. There's mainly just cutting out bits and sticking the bits that you want on it. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching.